Vega, I don't normally
Hey, chat.
I don't normally play a lot of fighting games. Like, you know this. I'm not a fighting game guy.
That is very, very true. I do know that very well.
But Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Oh my God. Dragon
Man.
Ball FighterZ is so much fun.
That is my childhood coming back to life right there. Never have I seen a Dragon Ball game look as authentic.
I know. It is stunning how incredible this game looks. And when you say bringing back childhood, it's like really bringing back childhood, because this game plays almost exactly like the original Dragon Ball Budokai.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of missed out on that one.
Oh,
but
man. You missed out on quite a classic, bud.
Well, we have Xenoverse, but that's more of like a brawler type game, right?
Right, Xenoverse, Budokai Tenkaichi, like those were all more like there was so much space, and they tried to bring you into the world of Dragon Ball Z in a very different way. They try to bring us in a way where they put us in the position of being a fighter in the universe. So they try to make it possible for us to fly around all over the place and move the entire like scenery, and the elements around us were manipulated, and you could hide behind stuff, and it made it very, very, very different. And I know a lot of people who love that, but as far as it goes, like Dragon Ball FighterZ brings us back to what it meant to play a Dragon Ball fighting game.
Yeah, because now you get to be all your favorite characters and even some new ones, right?
Most of your favorite characters.
Most of your favorite characters. Who's missing?
We're still holding out hope for Broly, because Broly is actually the only, like, he is the most popular Dragon Ball Z character who is not canon. Technically, Broly is not canon because he's only ever appeared in movies. He's never appeared in the series. So now with the new Dragon Ball Super, it's like, yo, where's Broly? Like, he's part of Universe 7, but he's technically not. So he's not in the tournament, and it's very frustrating in a weird way. Especially because they dropped like a teaser with Kale, and like it looks kind of like Broly when she goes into her Super Saiyan form. It's really weird. But guys like Cooler, Frieza's older brother, missing. Guys like
and that was a giant red herring with Frieza's older brother. It's like Frieza's older brother is coming, and he's dead.
Yeah, it was fast. It was like, what? Okay, well, I guess that explains why Frieza was out like destroying planets before him. But also with Cooler, like, it's also a thing where we don't know if he's really canon because he only appeared in the movies.
Yeah.
Even though he's directly related to Frieza.
Yeah, that is true too. I see it and I go, wow, this is like Dragon Ball Z was not even my favorite anime of the Toonami age.
Really? Which one was?
Well, damn. Okay, brace yourself.
Uh-oh.
Sailor Moon.
Wow. Did not see that coming.
Well, what was happening to me was this. Dragon Ball Z had several levels of and stuff happens in every single episode of Sailor Moon. So I was like, hey,
okay,
I like this.
I can give you that. There is a lot of powering up, which you do in Fighter Z. You do a lot of powering up, which is amazing, and you do get the feeling, so it's great.
I'm assuming everyone's just going during the loading screens now in Fighter Z.
That'd be funny. Who else is really missing? A really peculiar character that was left out was Oob, which is like human form of Majin Buu in a really weird way, and he falls into that might be canon, might not be canon element because his character came about at the very end of the Buu saga, but also kind of dipped into like the GT story, and GT's not canon, which is why we don't have Super Saiyan 4. We have Super Saiyan 3 and then right into the God forms and all those crazy things.
Man, how many characters do they let you play total, or how many have you played?
Right now, I believe the roster is somewhere between 18 and 24. I can't remember off the top of my head, but somewhere around 18 and 24. I can probably name every character, which is crazy. I've played as every character because I think it's an amazing fighter. Because of the button layout and the control scheme for the game, every character, like, input-wise plays the same. So like they all have the same patterns for you to do special moves and things like that. Like they're all the same. What makes each character different is their timing and how they output these attacks. So you expect Goku to be able to do his Kamehameha, which happens, right? But that takes less time than, let's say, Majin Buu doing his special, which like turns you into candy or whatever, you know. So like all of the timing is what alters which characters are which. So speed, power, damage, defense. I was actually reading an interview, I forgot where they were talking about how it would be a bad Dragon Ball Z game if it was easy for Krillin to beat Goku, which makes perfect sense. So if you use Krillin against Goku, he's significantly underpowered. So you have to find different ways to manipulate that strategy, and that's why the 3-on-3 combat mechanic is so important, because you have to balance your team in a way where each character stands a chance against other characters.
It's advanced rock, paper, scissors.
It really is. It's super rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Do you have tips for newcomers or like anyone who is coming in, what they should do, how they should play?
Tips for newcomers. Don't sleep on Yamcha. Yamcha is probably one of the best characters in the game. He's incredibly fast. He has incredible technique. Vegeta, also one of the greatest characters in the game.
He's one of the greatest characters in the show, man.
Exactly. He's one of the best characters in the show.
He was evil for one. He was evil for 1 or 2 seasons. Then he was just like he was a badass.
He was always an anti-hero. He was never really. Yeah. He's like.
He was the actual badass of the series. Like Goku, by all means, was a good guy.
Goku is a good person. Is a good person. Like his whole purpose in the tournament was simply to find people that are stronger than him.
He is Captain America, and Vegeta is like
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Vegeta is Hawkeye. He's a complete badass, and you don't really understand how he's part of this team, but he always comes in to save the day at the last minute.
I love it.
So I guess like the biggest tip that I would give a completely newcomer, right? Like if you're brand new to fighting games, pick characters you like. Pick people that you like playing as. So it's very easy to jump into Dragon Ball FighterZ and pick the Z Warriors, any combination. So like Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta. Like that's a very easy team to pick up and just play, so you can at least start learning the buttons and not get your ass handed to you every second. Some of the cooler looking characters in the game, or like some of the more powerful characters, they are more powerful, but they require more technique. So someone like Beerus, which is like the god dog of greatness, he plays very technical and slow for my personal play style, so I won't use him. But he's still one of the strongest characters in the game. Goku Black is phenomenal to watch him. Like if you know how to use Goku Black, it is phenomenal to watch him be played as.
We got this game in 8 out of 10 on hard mode gamers.
Yes.
What were the only downfalls for the game?
I wasn't in love with the story mode.
Yeah. I've
so
seen
much so
some.
that I've probably put in a good like 40 hours into this, maybe 30 to 40 hours into this game, like just playing amongst friends and tournaments. I don't really do a lot too much online. I don't even think I've played an online match yet, but no, I have, yeah. So the story is the only part of the game where I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this. Like I love the gameplay of the story, but the arc itself wasn't capturing me very well.
I mean, all you do is fight an onslaught of clones, right? For the most part.
Yeah, it's an onslaught of clones, and like the way that the story is being told wasn't very interesting. There was a very bad mechanic choice as far as like how the cutscenes play out. You have to press X to continue the cutscene.
Oh yeah, like like let them just watch it, man.
Yeah, just like let it play for me, and if I missed it, I missed it. I can just play it back, but like I have to continue pressing X, which takes you out of the story because it keeps preventing. So like as far as someone grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, like I could have probably gotten into this ridiculous story a little bit better if it just played in front of me versus me having to continue playing it. The other side of it that bothered me too was because you have to continue playing it, the voice acting feels weird because it doesn't feel natural. Like it feels like the conversation is very unnatural. And then like the audio, the audio in fights is great. Everything outside of the fighting is awful. Like the menus, like the buttons, like the confirmation noises, like all the little like it might be nitpicky, but it's just I didn't want to listen to the game when it wasn't in a fight. Like
When it
moving, navigating through the menu is a pain. It's just I don't know.
So you spent like how much time in a multi versus single? You're about to say you spent like 40 hours.
I spend so we've probably had amongst my friends we've probably had like 3 or 4 tournaments. Like private tournaments where we just like go to somebody's house, we pull out like 4 TVs and we just go to town. So we've done a couple of those.
That's how it should be, man.
That's how
Not
it needs
enough
to
of
be.
that.
That's how it needs to stay. That's why I love my guys. Like we always just get around, we play, we order some food, and then we move on with life. Single, I probably have done a good half of the first story arc. The first optional story, the first option, because the story arc can be played in any order. It just gets progressively harder no matter what you do. So you play the first arc, that's easy. Second arc is hard, is medium. Third arc is difficult. But if you wanted to play like Z arc last and Android arc first and Frieza like in the middle, you can do that. It's still gonna play out the same way. As far as like difficulty, you just get different parts of the story in different orders.
That's a thing.
Yep, there you go.
So, come for the. So I guess you're just coming on in for the Dragon Ball Z Fighters, and you're not really going to stay for the story mode. You're just there to see your favorite characters fight your other favorite characters.
100% there to beat the crap out of all my friends with our favorite fighters and then move on.
Ultimate who will win for Dragon Ball Z. If you like it, pick it up.
Pick it up. Leave it. Let us know in the comment section below who you'd like to see. Because like I said, there are a couple characters who are not included in this story so far, and some of them should be in there.
We need Super Saiyan Bulma. Make it happen.
I'm rooting for, as far as characters that are technically not canon, I'm rooting for Broly, of course, Bardock, Janemba. Is that how we pronounce it? Janemba?
I have no idea.
And Cooler. Those are the guys I'm rooting for.
DLC,
and
make
you know
it
what?
happen.
And I'm not gonna lie, kind of hoping for some of the fusion characters like Vegito or Gogeta. Maybe some Super Saiyan 4 stuff. Like I know that's not canon, but it'd be pretty cool to play a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I don't know. That's where I'm at.
All right. Well, what's your favorite character to play as in Dragon Ball FighterZ? Or is it Dragon Ball Fighters? No one's clarified
Dragon Ball
that.
FighterZ is technically the title.
All right.
Yep.
Name your favorite character and write it in the comments. I want to see who the most popular character is in this game, because it could be all over the place and I want to see it. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, and follow us for more hard mode gamers. This is Chet.
And this is Vega. Oh, Omega Shenron. That's another one that needs to be in there. Peace out.
Peace out.